Ugoos have just launched the SK4 Pro Android TV box. Now, this comes a few months after the release of the SK4. So what has changed? Before we get into that, I want to thank the guys from Ugoos for sending through the SK4 Pro, but as usual, I will share with you guys my unbiased opinion. When you buy the SK4 Pro, this is the box that you will get. On the front of the box, there's the Ugoos logo and SK4 Pro branding. On the sides, it says Media TV Box for Android. Flipping the box around, you get to see the Ugoos SK4 Pro's specs. It's running Android 14, unlike the SK4, which is running the S905X5MJ processor. This time around, Ugoos opted for the Amlogic S905X5MK variant. The GPU is the Mali G310 V2 HDR GPU, amongst other specs. Now in the box you get the SK4 Pro, a user manual, the UR2 Bluetooth remote. It does not come with batteries, it takes two AAA batteries, an HDMI cable, a 12-volt power adapter. Everything is well packed. Now, taking a look at the SK4 Pro Android TV box, the first thing you'll notice is that it's very small, measuring 9.6 by 9.6 centimeters with a height of about 2 centimeters. Now, all the SK4 Pro TV boxes come in this dark green color. The top of the box is made out of glossy plastic, but it actually looks very nice and well built. It's small, but there's a bit of weight to it. Flipping the box over, we get to see some of the main features of this box. It has Dolby Vision and Atmos, plus DTS audio. In terms of I/O, I feel it's a bit limited. It has an SPDIF port, an HDMI 2.1B CEC port, a 100 megabits per second LAN port, and a 12-volt DC power input. On the other side, it has a USB-C port, a reset switch, and a USB 2.0 port. It also comes with a power indicator light. The SK4 Pro comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, of which 55 gigs are usable. Now, when you power on the Ugoos SK4 Pro, you will be prompted to pair your Bluetooth remote to the TV box. The beauty about this remote is that it works as an air mouse and it also has voice support. To pair it is very simple. Simply hold the volume plus key and menu key at the same time. On your first boot, you will be prompted to pick a launcher. There are two options to choose from, U-Launcher or Launcher 3. U-Launcher is like your typical Android TV user interface, with rectangular, rounded icons. You have the option of adding a few of your favorite apps on the homepage. You are able to customize settings on the U-Launcher homepage, including app icons instead of banners, showing and hiding system wallpapers. You can add and remove recommendations on the homepage. You can also customize what you want to see on the top panel or get rid of the top panel altogether. Launcher 3, on the other hand, looks like your typical Android tablet user interface. Using the air mouse, you can click and drag your favorite apps to the homepage. The SK4 Pro is running on Android TV OS. And one thing I really appreciate about Ugoos is that they are probably one of the few TV box manufacturers to release regular updates. There were 2 updates waiting when I turned this TV box on. Now, going through the interface, in terms of features and customizations, the Ugoos SK4 Pro is packed. But you know what else is packed? Upbeat. So, a lot of people have been asking me where I get the music I use on my videos. And the answer is Upbeat. And the reason why I chose that platform in particular, it boils down to the cost. For as little as $6.99 for the individual plan or $5.59 with a yearly plan, you'll get access to thousands of trending music, sound effects, motion graphics, and now even high-quality stock videos. So if you're ready to take your content to the next level, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description of this video, which you can use right now to choose a package which is right for you. You are able to change the color of the LED light indicator and the way it behaves. For example, you can change the mode to blink to CPU activity. In terms of display settings, you go to Device Preferences and then Display and Sound. Here, you're able to change the resolution. The SK4 Pro supports up to 4K 60 FPS. You're also able to change the position and orientation. In advanced settings, you are able to change the color mode. The SK4 Pro supports up to YCBCR444 12-bit color if you have a display that supports it. You're also able to enable AI scaling. Beyond the display modes, the SK4 Pro is a capable device. It supports the necessary audio and video formats including Dolby Vision, Atmos, DTS audio codec, Dolby HDR10, and HLG. In terms of video playback, the SK4 Pro can play HDR footage, VP9 footage, Dolby Vision, and Atmos with no issues. But I wasn't able to play 4K AV1 footage for some reason. It just couldn't play. YouTube playback was great. I managed to play videos at 4K 60 FPS in HDR. Connectivity is solid, sporting the newer Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.4 low energy. Running a speed test on the Wi-Fi, I managed to get very good speeds. But if you have faster internet, you can get gigabit speeds on the Wi-Fi. The LAN connection is another world altogether. The speeds are limited to 100 megabits per second. In my tests, I couldn't get speeds above 70 megabits per second. The SK4 Pro comes preloaded with useful apps to get you started. Some for file management, screen mirroring, and a few media players. Because the SK4 Pro is running Android TV OS, which is more secure, you will be limited to the number of apps you have access to in the Play Store. But the good part is you are still able to sideload apps. If you want to root your device, you are still able to. Simply go to Device Preferences and Super User and enable the Magisk app. Your device will restart. You should be able to see the Magisk app on your app list. And just to verify, you can use an app like DevInfo. And as you can see, we have root access. The SK4 Pro allows you to also use your phone as a remote through the Ugoos Remote Server app by pairing with the QR code. There are different types of remotes you can access here, including a gamepad. Now, for those who want network file sharing, it supports Samba Server, allowing you to easily share files across your network. The SK4 Pro is powered by the M-Logic S905X5M-K variant. The K in the name simply means that it is fully licensed for Dolby Vision and Atmos at a hardware level. In terms of DRM, the SK4 Pro has Widevine L1 support and HDCP 2.3 support, but sadly it still falls short of Netflix's strict standards. The SK4 Pro will be degraded back to Widevine L3 on Netflix, which means you can only stream videos in standard definition. You shouldn't have issues on other streaming platforms like Amazon Prime though. When it comes to gaming, even though the Mali G310 V2 HDR GPU is decent for a TV box, it still gets bottlenecked by the M-Logic S905X5M-K, which runs at 32 bits. So you will not be able to play heavy titles. I ran a few benchmarks and these are some of the results I got. Thermal idle temps are also stable at around 51 degrees Celsius. The overall performance is decent if you overlook the small caveats, which is why Ugoos probably caters more to power users who like to tinker. First, the LAN is limited to 100 megabits per second, which I know will disappoint many of you. But then the Wi-Fi is 2 gigabit. Secondly, the system is configured in 32-bit mode. You will not be able to watch Netflix in 1080p or 4K. But then again, you're getting a secure device, which receives regular updates. You have root access, you can sideload apps. These are huge wins for enthusiasts. In terms of the price, Ugoos SK4 Pro is selling for around $150 on AliExpress. If you're interested in buying it, I'll leave a few buying links with good deals in the description, which will help out the channel at the same time. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.